Another thing I wanted to ask you about was the Carrera Panamericana, because that celebrates its 60th anniversary at this event.
I think that's what was confusing me. You're absolutely right, that it was the Panamericana is another theme that they've got going at this year's Festival of Speed. Well, I covered it 2 years running, and this, for the benefit of viewers, was an event that lasted 4 years, from 1950 to 54, and then they banned it because too many people were getting killed. So it was a race really from the bottom of Mexico up to the Texas border, and it was extremely dangerous because mountain roads and then long interminable straights in the north of Mexico. And I think a new president came in and he wasn't that fussed about it, and in order to make it safe, they would have had to put some sort of crash barriers on the mountain hairpins, and they weren't about to do that, so that they stopped that race. Just like they stopped the Mille Miglia 2 years later for similar reasons. Anyway, the Carrera Panamericana got revived in '88. And so the modern incarnation of the event, which follows much of the old 50s course, with transit sections and then special stages up in the mountains. So you get a lot of the flavour of the countryside, how it must have been, going through little villages, and all the inhabitants flock out to cheer the cars by and everything, just as it was in the 50s.
So how often do they run this race?
Every year.
It's every year?
Yeah, every year in end of October. It's 2 weeks and 2,000 miles. So it's a long,
quite a
old,
unique
long
event, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
What could readers expect from that book that you wrote about it?
Well, you'd get the history of the original event is all there, and very quickly the burgeoning motor industry as it came out of the Second World War, makes like Ferrari and Porsche and indeed Alfa Romeo, they saw that there was kudos and car sales to be had from winning races, and so they jumped on an event like that. So you had Mercedes-Benz made an all-out attempt on it, and they won. It's in the third time out. Ferrari won it, Lancia won it. You had names like Fangio, the world champion, and he won 1 year. So, and then the big American companies that put stock cars in on it. The Lincoln Capri was a front runner really, and they had very strong teams.
Very colourful, the cars that you see involved in these races, aren't they?
They're fantastic, and you don't really get any of the original ones in the modern day event. They're all pastiches, and in fact they're Pan Am specials, which are got up very much like modern day NASCAR stock cars. So they're built on a space frame chassis with a huge 5-litre V8, 500 horsepower engine, and these things just steam across the desert 160 mile an hour. It's quite something to behold.
All right, well, thanks for chatting to me today.
It's been great fun. We
Glad you enjoyed it.
can when you switch off, we'll carry on, no doubt.
Yeah, all right, great, thanks.
Yeah, cheers.